You're listening to an Accent Productions podcast.
Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to Moody&D. It's been a while since we've been in this room recording. For those of you who are new to Moody&D, this is a podcast, Dungeons & Dragons podcast at Moody Bible Institute, where we sit around, we play Dungeons & Dragons, we have fun, and there's really not much else to that. So, where we left off, we're picking up in what I'm calling Arc 2, because we record in like semesterly chunks, and so I have to split everything into arcs in order to make sense of it. Where we left off in Arc 1, Klaus had just decided to go with a lizard folk individual who has killed Ima, the lovely stone golem individual who had been friends with Audra for quite some time. Klaus decided to go with the individual who killed him, and Audra stayed. Thank you. And where we're picking up now is about a year after that. Klaus has not returned. Nobody's seen anything. Nobody's heard anything.
Because he knows better.
Yeah. And Audra has not dispersed the entirety of the truth about everything to the lizard folk in the Temple of Kaizo. A couple important details have made it out, but for the most part, what needs to remain hidden is kept hidden. Audra, after that year, went off a little bit, explored some places outside, discovered some worlds outside the temple, but ultimately returned, taking about a month to get through that mist that Klaus so leisurely walked through. And now we pick up, like I said, about a year later. Audra has spent extended periods of time exploring the dungeon beneath the temple, sort of set up like a headquarters underneath it, if you will. And, well, Audra, you tell me where... Actually, we should probably just reintroduce characters at this point. Audra, would you just like to remind us who you are?
Yes, my name is Audra. I am a 4-foot-tall lizard folk rogue. Grew up with my uncle who disappeared into the mist. He was a part of the militia, defected. Subtle?
Yeah, kind of.
Just
kind of.
Up and left. Yeah, was best friends with Ima before he died, and now am trying to figure out life and get the revenge for Ima.
Yeah, totally. And today, you happen to be hanging around in Surak's workshop as he has sort of taken the body of Ima, and he's kind of looking for a new way to power it. He's trying to work on something, and Christian, would you like to introduce your new character who I believe you said he's kind of an assistant to Surak, kind of training under him. Surak is working on this, and his trusty assistant,
Kizak, is with him in the workshop.
Yep. Would you like to describe what Kizak looks like? A couple details about him. Yeah. Go.
Yep. So, Kizak is also a lizard folk. He is about 5'1", 5'2". He's pretty sturdy, but around the temple he's known for not being very talkative mostly because he has a stutter. And so he has just, his scales are green with like a black pigment kind of around his mane and like on his hands and different like parts of his body. He's wearing just like a white lab coat with just a t-shirt and like some kind of pants, just a white lab coat. And on the top of his head, on his forehead, he has like these goggles that have different glasses on them. Like he can switch them out and like examine things. Yes. And next to him is this little ball flying, just hovering above the air, about 4 feet above the air.
Yeah. So Audra, you had made friends with, say your name again so that I
Kizak.
don't forget it. Kizak. Okay. You had
Oh,
made,
sorry. And he's about 15, so younger than you.
yeah.
Okay.
So you had kind of made friends with Kizak. You guys are about the same age. And you had just kind of run into him as you were, obviously with the death of Ima, it was a very shaking experience. And so where do you naturally turn but to the person who made him? And when Surak picked up Kizak as an apprentice, you guys naturally formed a little bit of a kinship, just in, the connection to Surak and, you not having much of a connection to the temple after Ima's death, because he became your connection to the people after a while. You guys are hanging out with Surak, and it's just any ordinary day. And then you start hearing this crackling of something that Audra, you've been training for a little while, and you've learned how to understand and hear the hum of arcane magic.
Okay.
And there's a crackling just sort of coming from vaguely behind you.
We're in the workshop right now?
Yeah, you're in the workshop, and there's just a strange crackle.
I'm going to turn around. Do I see anything?
You see just sort of forming in the air just a couple of like blue sparks that are sort of centered about 4 feet, 5 feet off the ground. Just sparks out of nowhere, it seems. And the sparks drop to the ground. The sparks get brighter and brighter.
Does it look like at this moment that something's trying to come through?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
You're an intelligence-based caster. You know a little bit about this.
Ooh. That's a natural 18, so 20 total.
What did I tell you? You know something about this. You notice, you can see very clearly something is going to be entering this space shortly. Not like it's trying to come through. Like it's coming. It's just a matter of how much longer till it gets here.
Great. I'm going to draw my short bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, Kizak, somebody's coming. Either fight or go get somebody.
Kizak is currently sitting at like a little desk, hunched over some kind of metal work. His goggles over his eyes and just kind of like focused. He doesn't even hear you. He's just kind of like fidgeting with something, putting something together. He has like this little like kind of glue gun that he's just like fixing something together, just sitting there, not really noticing that
Kizak! Kizak!
What?
Something is coming.
What?
Go get the people.
What? And he just kind of stands up, turns around, and just bolts out of the room.
Surak, seeing you do that, is like, Kizak, get back here. I'm already in here.
He turns around, looks at the room. He's at the door right now. He looks at Surak and he says,
Who else were you going to get?
Apologies, my sir. I was gonna...
Get back in here, face the sparks.
Okay.
What? Okay, question.
Yeah.
Where it's sparking, can I like step to the side so that if something comes through I can like...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So Kizak just gonna walk up like behind Audra. He's taller than her and bulkier than her.
Right, yeah.
But he's kind of just like standing behind her, his little hovering machine.
Orb,
just kind of circling around the two of them, and he's just kind of like taking a fighter stance.
His little arms are up.
little nerd ready to go fisticuffs with a bunch of magic sparks.
Oh my
He
gosh.
didn't take the goggles off, so his eyes are like 3 times their size.
Oh my god.
Surak, should we go warn... I'm looking through my notes. Hold on. Nope.
Audra, make a
Migos.
perception check. Migosk. That's his name.
Perception?
Yeah, make a perception check. Or actually, make this insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, 11.
You got about 6 seconds till something comes through. There's probably not enough time to warn anything.
Okay.
The flashing becomes brighter and brighter. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
What?
What is your spell save DC, my friend?
Let me see. It's 14.
Wonderful.
21.
16.
Okay. Neither of you are blinded by this effect, but in a flash of sparks, Kent, would you like to describe your character? Also, everybody who's listening, this is our new cast member, Kent Aldrich. Woo! Go ahead and describe your character.
All right. So as the sparks kind of fizzle, you see a tall, like 6'3", larger guy walk through. He has like red-brown hair. Wait, are you guys like behind me at this point, or like to the side or something?
They are, so you're looking forward, and they're like just off to the side, sort of prepared. Audra's got a short bow, like
I'm
just
about
ready to shoot you.
So, fair-skinned, blue-gray eyes that are slightly piercing, and there seems to be something different about them, but they're but there's also just kind of not hulking figure, but obviously well muscled and toned. Obviously does some form of physical labor, and in his hands as he kind of runs out, he has a gigantic warhammer, and he's just like got this thing raised, and you can just see the glimpse of like something furry on his shoulder, and that's
What race again? Because I didn't hear.
human.
Human.
Would they know what a weasel is?
Yeah, you guys would know
Okay,
what a
so
weasel
it's a
is.
weasel.
Yeah,
It's on
there's
the-
like a little furry weasel on his shoulder. Bran, are you going to make an attack?
I mean, I was kind of envisioning that this happened right as I was about to attack something else.
Okay.
So
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to say, like, there's a moment of surprise,
Yeah.
and I'll probably just wait to see what happens next.
Okay.
Well,
'cause
I'm
then-
shooting him as soon as he comes
Yeah.
through. Them.
Okay. What is your passive perception, Bran?
Passive perception is 10.
Okay. That is just enough for you to notice that Tor has not stopped sparking.
Oh, no.
Like, you have stopped sparking, but it's still sparking.
Oh.
You're making an attack,
Oh,
Audra.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. 16.
My armor class is 16.
That
Yeah.
hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. I will say you get sneak attack because obviously they had no idea you were going to attack them.
Wait, and then I think level 3 I get 2d6.
Yes, you do at level 3.
Oh, no.
Everybody's level 3 now, by the way. Did you roll max damage?
Double sixes.
Yeah!
Let's
So-
go.
Okay.
18 points of damage.
Nice. 17 hit points in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yowza.
Well, Kizak is going to run at you with his fist in the air.
Again, you are not proficient with unarmed strikes,
Nope.
right? Okay, cool.
And the orb is kind of in the center of it that's facing you. Just this little pocket opens up, and a gun extends out.
Oh, what now?
Like a basically
Yeah,
like
just
a gun.
like a little barrel.
a
Yeah.
little barrel, just kind of whoop. And it's
Okay.
gonna shoot at you.
Oh,
Okie dokie. Is this just clarify your stats for me? Is this your little homunculus?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
cool.
I am an alchemist, not a.
Yep, not a battlesmith.
Yep.
I just want to confirm that.
Okay, so I'm gonna make 2 attacks.
Yes.
Oh,
Oof.
boy.
Now the homunculus technically does like I think it's considered a spirit attacker, is whatever the technical name is.
Yeah, but it's also supposed to be like
A machine. Yeah.
a machine
Yeah.
and artificy and whatever.
Yeah. So here's how I'm going to rule this, because guns don't exist yet, and you don't have the intelligence to invent one at level 3.
No, it's like it shoots like arcane magic.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
was going to say, is you're looking at more of an arcane turret than a... Okay, yeah. Just wanted to clarify that you were not like, I invented guns. I'm like, no, you would have to clear that with me first.
No.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your attack rolls. Please tell me they both hit.
That's a nat 20.
Oh no! Kid, we're gonna kill your character.
which one was
that-
that 20?
That's the robot.
Okay, what was your
Oh,
attack
no.
roll?
My attack was a 15.
Okay,
so that misses.
Yeah, your punch
Okay.
doesn't hit, but boy, does that little arcane turret go pew like
So
nobody's business.
So let me roll up damage really quickly.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
basically what happens is I run at you and just because of the goggles still being on my eyes, I think that you're closer than you actually are. I just kind of run, and just swing 5 feet in front of you and just kind of tumble over myself because of the might of my swing.
Make a dexterity saving throw for
Okay.
that.
Oh my.
That is a 9.
You,
Wait. Am I proficient in dexterity? No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You fall onto the ground. You are prone in front of him.
Okay. And the
Roll your damage for
construct.
your little arcane turret thing.
construct seems like it's almost sighing.
Okay.
Like if you could see disappointment on a big metal ball.
Ah, frick.
Never thought I'd see the Chicago Beans so angry.
I just dropped the die.
Oh, no.
That is...
Please tell me it wasn't a D4.
It was a D4.
Oh no.
Oh,
You
we're
just
all
dropped
gonna die now.
caltrops on the...
Okay, that is a 5 plus my modifier, which
Wait for
is
it.
Are you
a
out?
10.
What? Oh, I'm out.
You're unconscious! You knocked him
Okay,
unconscious!
perfect.
Oh no.
Oh my word.
Oh, that's so bad.
There's just a little sparking hammer on the ground next to him. Surak is
well,
immediately
not
gonna...
little, not little.
It's a big hammer. It's a really big hammer.
Where he came out, is it still sparking?
No, the sparking is
Okay,
stopped,
perfect,
but the hammer is still sparking. Surak immediately goes, "Okay, that was a bit dramatic of a reaction. Someone make sure he doesn't die. We don't just kill people, maybe."
I'm just kind of laying out just starfish on the ground, and I'm like, "Yes, sir." And I scramble up and I walk over to him and I'll do a medicine check.
Okay, go ahead and make your medicine check.
Okay.
While he does that, I'm just gonna
20.
Natural 20?
No, just unnatural 20.
Okay. You stabilize.
Good,
You're not making
okay.
death saves.
Great. I just want to tie some ropes around
Okay.
his arms and
Okay.
legs.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Um,
And Surak, I'm sorry, but I don't trust anything that comes through here with magic.
it's totally fine. We don't just kill random people, though. I understand that he was coming at you aggressively. We just need to ensure we don't kill him. That was my only request.
okay.
You knocked him unconscious. We need to ensure he doesn't die.
I'll make sure he doesn't die.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Surak walks over to you and is going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, lovely.
Now that you're bound by Audra,
hmm
you regain 8 hit points.
Lovely. I will take it.
Yep. So you regain consciousness.
Cool. And just kind of cough and splutter and just look around. I'm like, well, this is unfortunate.
And the orb is kind of hovering around you in circles.
And as I do that, I just glare at the hammer, just specifically, I'm just staring at the hammer in somewhat hatred at this moment. And just kind of mutter under my breath, why do you always get me into these situations every time?
You hear a voice in your head. I got bored. I got really bored.
Again. Oh,
I
no.
love it.
Amazing. I'm going to stand over you, pull out a dagger. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
You would have to ask the hammer that. I didn't want to come here. I was in the process of dealing with some very nasty people when all of a sudden, poof.
You
I-
expect me to believe your hammer was brought you here?
You are more than welcome to make an insight check if you want to.
Oh, 100%.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
As they're talking, Kizak returned to his table,
Yeah.
but when he heard about the hammer, he runs over to the hammer and just starts looking at it without touching it.
Okay.
Just
okay.
examining it.
Yeah.
The hammer is like a wooden haft. It's got a big metal head, and there's definitely something arcanic runes on them a little bit, but they look, yeah.
Make an Arcana check for me,
Mhm.
Kizak. What was your insight check?
Insight was
Audra?
14.
I'll leave that to you to determine what she.
Well, how are you running the hammer? Does he talk out loud? Does he talk in
The
his
hammer.
head?
The hammer talks to the people who are holding it.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
So really, she's inciting whether she believes you. She rolled a 14. You can roll deception or persuasion if you'd like, or you can just, tell the truth about whatever.
I mean, I'll roll persuasion and tell the truth.
Cool.
So that's gonna be a wait, my brain 23.
Yeah,
So,
you believe him.
Okay.
You believe that he's telling the truth. What was your Arcana?
I got a
Fucking hell.
7 And so he's running his hand along the hammer.
Okay. As you touch the hammer, you hear a voice in your head, "Get your hands off of me!"
He just kind of like jumps off, like he was just shocked. The hammer just spoke to me.
I told
Really?
you.
Okay.
He's annoying, but he talks.
You still.
He did sound quite annoyed.
Yeah.
You still didn't answer my question. Who are you?
My name is Bran, and I don't know why I'm here. You'd have to ask him that. Maybe you can get a conversation out of him. Sometimes. Possibly.
I'm just gonna look over at the hammer. Why is he here?
I put my hand on like the hammer part of the hammer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, speak to me.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Only you hear this because you have to be touching the hammer. You hear, "I got bored, and I was sick of being where we were. We had been there for a long time, and I felt a little, surge coming on, and so I just directed us somewhere random. And here we are. Don't touch me."
Can I hear the hammer even when I'm not touching it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can because of your connection to
Okay.
it.
So yeah, I'm just looking at him and I'm just like, why? Why though? Why? We were actually about to do some good. We had hunted the guy down. We had him, and then you just poofed us. Why?
Do you say that out loud or is that in
No,
your head?
I'm saying it out loud. I'm kind of like low shouting it at the hammer, like not completely screaming, but just like frustrated.
You're very strange.
The hammer is stranger.
Okay, but
I said, "Get your hands off of me."
What? Okay. Just kind of take my hand off. I look at Adra and I'm like, the hammer was bored. I can't get this accent right.
You're good.
That's all right. Mine's all over the place.
For those of you who are listening and tuning in for the first time or even just picking up from Arc 1, this is kind of a session 0. We were originally not going to record this, but I figured, hey, let's do it. So if you're hearing this, that means it went well.
The hammer
is going to keep
the
falling.
hammer
Yeah,
is-
I'm just going to leave it there.
Okay. We have panels on the walls falling on our players. So,
Because we're playing so well.
It's fine. It's fine.
The hammer was bored, and he's kind of a jerk.
You hear in your head, I disagree with that. I'm not a jerk. I don't like being touched.
I'm going to look at
no.
Bran. The hammer was bored?
Yeah, he does that sometimes. He's well, to put it lightly, literally the essence of chaos. So he gets bored whenever you aren't doing things or are doing things he perceives as, well, useless or not chaotic enough.
Is there like a school or like a playground where like all the lizard folk kids kind of just spend their time when they're young?
I mean,
Kind of like a recess or like a school or something like that.
I thought that was Kazarash before he
it was Kazarash. Yeah, it was Kazarash. So you remember when you would play on Kazarash. But the place where Kazarash...
I didn't play on Kazarash.
Okay, fine. You didn't play on Kazarash.
Okay.
You were off making a tiny little toy Kazarash.
No, I was terrified of Kazarash. He was a big freaking dragon.
Yes, he was. Yeah, you didn't play on Kazarash, but the other kids used to play on Kazarash. There has been a small portion of the temple that ever since, a little bit more has been discovered about it. The leaders are able to keep a little bit less of a hold on everyone now that people realize, oh, not everything they told us was true. They do have our best interest in mind, but we also have an individual voice that we should be able to exercise now. And so the children have a small little playground on the second floor of the temple, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember Hedron? He would always do different things because he was bored, Like that one time when
I didn't
he
like him.
took the stone and he smashed my invention. He was bored. That's what that's what
that
he
was
told
the
me.
day you tried to punch somebody, right? And it didn't go very well?
Let's not speak of that.
Okay, great. Anyways, back to you.
This entire time, can Pips have been gnawing at the ropes?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Oh, man.
Shoot, I've got to pull.
I will say make. Oh goodness. Its attack modifier would be its strength. So make 2 strength checks for your weasel, to try and chew the thing loose.
That's a 10 because the. Oh wait, no, sorry, that is a 2 because a weasel's strength is -4,
Oh my goodness.
and that's a 6.
Okay. It's gonna take him a little bit longer, maybe another minute, and you'll
Okay.
be free.
Okay.
Okay, as the orb is circling around him,
Yeah.
does it kind of sense the weasel?
Make a perception check for your orb, I guess.
Okay. Wait, perception is.
While this is happening.
It's never good when you have to flip open the handbook.
No, this is first of my brain's doing 2
Wisdom.
different things
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I mean, kind of. So Bran,
That is an 8.
tell me, if your hammer got bored, why did you come in here running towards us like you're trying to attack?
Well, I was about to smash a guy when we poofed, and so he was on the ground. I had him. I'd been hunting him for months, and then here I am in this stone cavern that I don't recognize, or yeah. So I don't know. I was about to hit a guy, and then I just walked through the portal thing. So I just showed up, but he was right in front of me.
Okay.
I almost had him.
Who were you hunting?
He was a unsavory character from a gang that, let's just say, I have some problems with. And
Don't care. Okay.
As you guys are talking, I kind of put my goggles up. They fall back on my face. I put them up again. I look at you and I'm like, don't be angry with her. She's rather mistrustful with outsiders. I'm not looking at you.
Clearly. Do you want to just tell my whole life story, Kizak?
So Adra.
Okay. This is not about me right now.
No,
I'm just kind of sitting
but
there,
you-
like, watching this, like, back and forth head motion.
My word.
Okay, so Bran, where did you come from?
Well, I last I remember, though, who knows with that portal, I was on Verdal, but I hope I'm still there. I mean, you know, there's people that I still need to kind of hunt down.
Do I know the name of the island now? Like from my time with meeting druids?
You make a history check.
Okay.
Make a history check.
From a time hanging out with druids.
Oh, that's
Which-
a natural 19. So, history 21.
Yeah, so you heard, you learned a little bit about the structure of the entire surrounding world, like the nearby world.
Okay.
So Zater Isle and the city of Zater is only a small part of what is called the Dakayan Republic.
Iron Republic?
Yep, so Dakaya, that's DE-KEIAN. That's Dakayan. And then Republic.
Okay.
The Dakayan Republic is a system of government made up of a number of large cities on what is called the mainland, the Isle of Zater, which you're on, Elm Isle, which is another island nearby, or nearby-ish, the island of Insular, and the island of Verdal. Verdal is, as you know it, it's a single city, if you will, and it is the only one within the Dakayan Republic that does not actually function under Dakayan Republic law. It was part of their
Okay.
agreement with the Dakayan Republic as they would join, but they would have their own legal system, which kind of functions as not a legal system.
Okay.
And so you recognize the name of Verdal with a natural 19 plus modifier. So,
And
Do I have an idea of like how far away it is?
like it would take you probably 2 weeks to get there.
Oh, friend, you're a ways from home.
well, where is here, by the way?
Oh, you are
Kaizo.
Kaizo. Yes,
Yeah.
you are on.
Would I know what that is?
History check, my friend.
Oh, I'm definitely not gonna know what that. Let's see. History. I am definitely not proficient in that. Yeah. That is an 8.
Yeah, heck no, you have no idea where
Okay,
that
cool.
is. You've never heard the word Kaizo.
Are my bonds free yet?
Make 2 more strength checks for your little
For the
weasel.
weasel.
Yep.
Have I noticed I have a passive perception of
6.
13?
Passive
Yay.
perception of 13.
A 16.
No, and yes, your bonds are loose enough that you could break them the rest of the way.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to. Oh, how am I gonna pull this
Will I get
off?
it? Will I get a reaction on the orb?
The orb didn't notice the weasel, did it? I
No,
didn't
but
think
it's
it did.
kind of hovering over him.
Yeah, he hasn't broken out though.
Okay.
Yeah. Once he moves, yeah, because I'm assuming you've got it prepped with a reaction attack. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
holding its action to do that. Yeah, so as soon as he moves, sure, you get an attack if you want it.
I really have to start texting you in the middle of us playing. Just be like,
Please,
by the way,
no.
the moment he moves, I'm beating his ass.
Yeah, no, please don't text me in the middle of this. I'm juggling enough stuff already.
Oh gosh. Okay, so. Nope, I can't cast that. Ah, dang it! What do I want to do?
While you're thinking, I'm still trying to get information from you. Is that okay?
Please keep asking questions
Okay.
as I figure out whether or not I want to hit you or not die.
All right, so Bran, you were looking for this man. You magically appeared somewhere like miles, days, weeks away from your intended target. Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. And then I look over at Sudak really quickly.
Surak looks at you. You should not kill him right now because I said so.
Do I notice her looking over?
Yes.
Oh, it was
Okay,
very
okay.
obvious.
I look at Surak and I say, I don't think she cares.
I am aware. And if you kill him, I will kill you.
Okay, so at
And
this
trust
point,
me, I can.
I got that, Sudak. Tell us why we shouldn't kill you. And then let Sudak kill me.
at this point,
Can I just go back to my invention?
Yes, you can. You absolutely can.
He just kind of gets up from the hammer, waves back to it, and just like walks over to his table and
You
just
hear in your head, yeah, he was nice. I like that.
and you can just hear like coming from the
How'd
table.
you get power tools?
Arcane magic.
There you go. Yeah.
Finger arcane magic.
Yeah, you've got like one of those little laser, like a blowtorch on your finger.
I have firebolt, so I'm just like
Yeah,
just
I love it.
concentrating it.
so at this point, I want to like essentially loosen one hand enough to do the somatic parts of a spell and mutter and cast Armor of Agathis
Okay,
on
okay.
myself.
I want you to make a sleight of hand check to do that without being seen.
Oh no. Sleight of
What is Sudak looking like during all of this?
Surak is kind of just watching
oh
calmly.
no, they see
Okay.
every part of that because that was a natural 1.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Oh, okay. So.
Someone's rolling well today.
So, all right. You break your hand free and attempt to perform these somatic components. You get a reaction attack because you had that prepped.
Could I instead? Oh wait, no, he's still sitting down, right?
You're sitting down. You don't notice anything. It's really your
Okay.
spirit thing which gets or your homunculus which gets the thing.
That is a that's 16 plus modifier.
Yeah.
Darn it.
So it
that
Yep,
hits.
that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Did I get Armor of Agathis up yet?
Not yet because he's doing this as a reaction to you even starting to cast. the
That's
spell.
8.
8. Oh, that's back down to 0.
That's exactly back to 0. All right.
No.
I'm gonna look over at.
Okay, Surak, immediately seeing that, points at your little orb, and it drops to the ground.
Okay, I don't even notice.
Yep. He then casts Cure Wounds on you again.
Oh no.
For crying out loud, Kizak, why did your homunculus attack him again?
He kind of like whips around. His glasses on, so he's kind of like, doing the grandpa chin thing. And he's like, What happened? I don't understand. He looks at the orb and he's like, oh, did he shoot again?
Kizak, I swear, if that thing shoots someone else, without you explicitly saying you can shoot it and clearing it with me beforehand, if you do not do that, I will permanently dispel it.
That's a lot of steps. Could I maybe just ask you, like, how am I supposed?
Well, clearly you do not have control over it because you did not even know it shot him. Okay.
It was.
Keep control of your homunculus, or I will permanently dispel it. Okay.
Yes, sir. He just kind of walks over, grabs the orb, sits back down.
You regain another 8 hit points.
Oh, good.
And while he's coming back to consciousness, I'm just gonna take my dagger and like put it right under his chin.
Oh, no.
Adra,
Just leave it.
he is not hostile to you. You do not need to be hostile to him.
Would
he
he
was
have
about-
known what I was trying to cast?
Huh?
Would
Surak.
Surak would have known? Would have been able to guess what I was trying to cast?
No, he's an artificer. He doesn't
Darn
know
it!
that
Right, he
spell.
doesn't know the spells. Darn it.
I'm.
Adra?
Here's the thing, Surak.
Adra.
We don't know for sure. He comes out of nowhere, wielding a hammer, trying to attack people, and then the moment we try and have conversation, he starts to do more magic stuff.
Adra,
Okay.
with all due respect, this is
Okay.
not
Kazak,
Klaus.
You need to understand something. He is aware he is outmatched here. He's been knocked unconscious twice. Any reasonable person would not be trying to fight all three of us.
I don't know. He doesn't seem that reasonable.
I-
Well,
I
it has
just-
a little weasel that will undo binds when you're outnumbered.
It's called a familiar. It's a basic first level. It's super easy to do. You could do it if you wanted to.
She's gonna like flip the dagger, put it back in the one pack.
You need to calm down. I understand that your history with Klaus makes you untrusting, not without reason. But you cannot be violent without reason. One
Has
of the
nothing
most...
to do with Klaus.
That is a lie. and
That-
you know
it
it.
has everything
gonna
to
walk
do with
away.
Klaus.
She's gonna like just walk to the corner.
At this
Steps
point,
over.
since my casting of Armor of Agathis was interrupted,
Mhm.
I'm actually going to cast False Life on myself now that it looks like people are less hostile. And let's see, what do I
Mhm.
get for that?
I believe it's 1d4 plus 1 additional hit points, temporary hit points.
1d4 plus 4.
Oh, 1d4 plus 4.
Kazak is also gonna walk up to you,
Hey, max
Okay.
max health.
Hey,
Hey.
that's great.
and he is going to cast Healing Word on you.
Okay, cool.
So wait. Yeah, he's just kind of gonna wobble up to you, and he's like, I'm sorry for shooting you again. We don't get many outsiders here.
Surak walks over to your little orb thing, touches it, and it starts floating in the air again.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you and says, "Keep this thing under control, and I will not dispel it again."
You gain another 7.
Let's go. Back to 20.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So, Bran, you wanna tell us why we should trust you? Since apparently we're not going to kill you. She looks over at Surak.
You are not going to kill him, that is correct.
I
Adra,
just
you
kind of
could-
look at Surak and I'm like, in my head to the hammer, like, I like this guy. The rest of them, I don't know.
I don't know, they seem fun.
At
seem
this point,
fun.
Kazak is just kind of sitting next to you, just kind of like staring at you with his goggles on, just kind of like. Because the second or first human he's ever seen in his life.
In your lifetime, first.
First, yeah, because the other guy, was gone.
At this point, you would also notice the, I probably should have said it earlier, but there is like a plate, like he's wearing a half plate, and it's very shiny for what it should be. Like it's definitely not steel. I think
Yeah.
probably anybody could figure that out.
Yes.
So-
Especially you who are an artificer. You recognize this is... let's just make a general intelligence check for me.
That's a 6.
Y'all are not rolling great today.
I got a nat 20 on knocking him out, so
That's true.
Say,
That's
my
true, you
attacks
did.
were great.
That's true. Never mind. You don't know what this metal is.
okay.
So anyways, I guess at this point, Brad's just gonna look around and say, I mean, I'm not asking you to trust me. I just showed up here. I kind of want to, well, I don't know what I want to do now because the guy that I was hunting probably is gonna disappear again. So probably doesn't matter if I go back home. He's just gonna be gone. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
How long did it take you to find him?
Oh, let's see. Well, let's just put it this way. He was the head of a gang in the area. I had to go through a lot of people to get to him. So it's been a year or two of searching.
Yeah. He's a hard man to find.
Yeah.
It is at this point that Surak's workshop doesn't really have much of a door.
Yeah.
But Migosk walks in, sees new person. Okay, that is interesting. Immediately looks at you. This is Migosk, the leader. I believe I said he's a green lizard folk. It's hard to remember. He looks at you and says, who are you? How did you get here? And do you intend to stay?
I just look at him and I'm like, I'll answer those questions as long as you promise not to hurt me, because answering questions didn't go well the last 2 times.
You have to excuse Adra.
Audra just makes a noise. She doesn't even deign it because she really wants to say something, but she's gonna bite her tongue because she has a modicum of respect for Migos. So.
Migos looks at you. Adra, did you attack a random person again?
I'm just gonna raise my hand and I'll be like, I was also a little bit of a culprit here.
Kezak.
It's Adra's influence.
How?
Oh my gosh. Kezak, you're completely useless. Go back to your workstation.
Excuse me, I believe I knocked him out twice, so who's useless here? And he's kind of gonna do like this very awkward hand motion.
It's like a little gangster.
Like a little gangster sign.
Okay.
At this point, Brandon's like rolling his eyes heavily.
Migos, he showed up through magic, wielding a hammer like he was about to attack. I was just doing what I could to protect.
She was.
And Klaus showed up here and attempted to command the entire building, and we did not kill him.
Yeah, well, we learned the hard way. Won't make that mistake again.
He did not kill Ima.
Yeah, but he didn't stop it either.
At this point, Brand's gotten to his feet and is just like looking between the only 2 people in the room who haven't hurt him, and is just like,
You mean the adults?
Yes, yes. He's looking at the adults in the room.
Technically, I haven't really hurt you either.
That's true. Okay.
Looking at the only people near his age in the room, and is just like, well, this is interesting, and also slightly abashed that he's been knocked out by 2 teenagers.
Migosk is holding eye contact with you very sternly, Audra. We have had this discussion several times. We approach everyone with peace.
Fine.
We welcome those who come here, even by accident and no matter the circumstances, so long as they are not openly attacking us. And he is not openly attacking.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, Adra, we have discovered something in your little headquarters.
What?
In one of the rooms that is covered in runes, we have discovered a plate in the wall that we believe is a button to unlock something else. It is your headquarters, and you are the one who explored the majority of it. And out of respect for your space, we are going to give you the option to explore it. Perhaps it would be a good bonding moment with our new friend here.
Ugh.
If you did it together.
I kind of turn around in my chair and I said, are you sure you want to send her down there with another outsider?
You will go as well.
Oh, lovely.
Excuse me, with that track record, I'm not gonna come back.
I did not give you an option.
He kind of looks at the orb, and the orb just kind of like turns around really quickly, and he's like, Surak.
Now, I am giving you all a time limit. You also don't have an option either, Brad.
Well, why not? I've got nothing better to do. Like I said, the guy that I was hunting is going to be long gone by the time I get back, so...
You are
cares?
welcome. This is the only thing we will ever force you to do.
Why not?
She needs to learn.
That's not true.
I've learned my lesson.
He just kind of mutters under his breath.
All right. Paul Bran.
Yeah, and you
Let's
do have
go.
to, like, look
Oh,
up
100%.
like this.
I'm 4 foot to your
Yeah.
6'3".
Yeah.
You see, for half a second, like a little bit of sadness in Audra of like remembering someone who was taller than you, but still tall. And then she turns and looks at Migos. Fine. You coming, Paul Bran?
Why not? I walk over and pick up the Warhammer, who I'm still not very happy with, and start following.
In Nerd Brain, let's go.
And
It is still sparking, by the way.
Oh, joy.
as we're walking, Kizak kind of runs after you, and he's like, how did you get your armor to be so shiny? He's just kind of hunched, talking to you.
I grabbed this out of a storehouse from one of the people that I was hunting down, and needless to say, it's come quite in handy. By the way, I cast False Life. Do you want me to roll for that? For the wild magic?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll your d20.
That is a nat 20.
You're in the clear.
By the way, before we leave, can we say that we're having long rests? Or
I will give you a short rest.
because I wanted to. Okay. Just out of the game.
What did you want to do?
I have
Just say it.
I have infusions.
Okay.
I have 3 infusions. I have repeating shot, returning weapon, and arcane, enhance arcane focus.
Mm-hmm.
So I can give you a +1 to your spell attacks. I can give you a dagger that returns to you when you throw it.
I will say that you can have already given her that.
Okay. Or I can also give you a kind of repeating shot. Wait, let me reread that really quickly.
Repeating shot is the one that gives you a +1 to your attack rolls, and your weapon makes the ammunition for itself. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I can give you basically make your short bow have infinite ammunition. So choose between the two of them.
And it would be a +1 as
+1?
well
Mhm.
to the short bow.
I want that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I like the
you-
returning dagger.
You
but-
will have already had that. Your homunculus servant is
one of my
the
infusions, yeah.
so you would have to end that, right?
yeah, I don't want to end it.
Okay, so
Okay, so I would have already given her
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
and you can only have 2 active right now, right?
Yeah.
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 So you'll have the homunculus.
I'm
and
also
the +1 thing.
gonna roll for my alchemist.
So
Oh, for your little
Yeah, for
potion
my
things. Yeah, go ahead and
potion.
do that.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna
Oh
say.
no. I can just do that.
No,
myself.
we're talking to Audra.
Yeah.
Audra, go.
Two points of clarification. One, in back last session, did I collect one of those skeleton miniature dinosaur things? We had mentioned it.
It doesn't do anything.
Like I can't send it out. I'm just trying to make sure I got my inventory right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You have the skeleton.
But it won't do anything.
Over a year, you haven't been able to get it to do anything.
Okay. Cool.
And
And
Yes.
then
for the wild magic, it's every time I roll, it adds another number.
Not
to
every
it,
time
right?
you roll. Every day you don't activate it.
Okay, every
Yep.
day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also forgot to say that when the orb flies by, it gives kind of this slight hint of vanilla when it flies by.
Like the smell?
like this. Yep.
nice.
I love it. Is your hammer out right now, Bran?
Yes, because I don't have Pact Boon yet.
That's right.
So
you
it
don't.
has to be out.
Yes. Bran, just you hear in your head, I'm getting excited. We need to do something soon.
And Bran says this out loud, just very long sigh, and is just like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
All right.
You're right.
You
If
guys.
you try and cross me.
Kizak just kind of takes a step to the side from you.
All right. So she looks at me, goes, okay, so where are we going again? The room with the runes?
One of the rooms with the runes, specifically the one with the massive gesh.
Okay, perfect.
So we will say we don't have to narrate you getting all the way down. You run past the statue with the hand that has the healed hole, through the door that you open, down the hallway with the stone statue that's kind of still sitting on the ground that you guys destroyed, through the room with the pillars, into the room with the gash. That's right, I just narrated the whole thing. I know the whole temple.
Is it that room again?
No, that is
Or
the...
is it that room?
No, it's the
No.
one just so looking at your little handy dandy map here. Actually, you know what? Here, you own the temple, so you can, or you own the little dungeon, so you get that. Yeah, here's this, which is an explanation of every single room and what they do.
Sorry, I got short.
So the room you're looking at is Z. Some of those descriptions are no longer accurate because I changed them in the middle of the session.
Okay, perfect.
Do we want to
We don't need that.
put out the room? Okay.
No, we don't need that right now.
Oh no.
We may need it later.
Of course we will.
Thank you all for tuning in and joining us this week. Moody&D streams live on XN Radio every Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, and the podcast can be found on both Apple and Spotify starting the following Monday at 10 a.m. CST. If you missed part of our live episode or just want to listen to the episode again, we'd love to see you over there. You can also find us on Instagram at Moody_N_D. Again, that's the @ symbol, Moody _ the letter N _ and then the letter D. That's all for this week, friends. We love you, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.